Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Washing Dishes. I know it's fun and exciting, isn't it? Well, it's raining outside, so I don't know if I'm going to go out diving tonight or not. I haven't made up my mind. I'm just going to kind of wait and see if it quits. But it was kind of cloudy and foggy and misty all day, and so I kind of think it's going to rain all night. That's kind of my thought. So, anyway, um, I'm going to get these dishes washed up here real quick, and I got quite a bit of dishes, so it's going to take a little while. And get the kitchen cleaned up and stuff like that. And then I'll take a look and see how it's looking. But it looks like that kind of rain that just kind of settled in for the night. So that's better than snow, that's for sure. It's been warm. I mean, surprisingly warm. It's January 2nd, what's left of it, and it's been in the 60s, and that's Fahrenheit, and so I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's warm. For winter time, it's warm. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh yeah, I think my youngest grandson is going to go back to work over at Domino's. They hauled him, they have a new manager over there, and they called him and they said, would you like to come back to work? Because we can't find anybody to take your place and we need somebody. And he said, yes, I will come back to work on the condition that you train me now instead of scream at me when I make a mistake. Tell me, train me to do it right instead of just screaming at me. And, he said, I'm not going to put up with that. He said, I've put up with it long enough, and I'm not going to put up with it anymore. And so the guy said, yeah, okay, so I'll put you back on the schedule for next week. So I guess he's going to start back over at Domino's next week. And my two grandsons, you never guess they were brothers. My daughter had 3 children by 3 different men. She got married, um, you know, anyway, um, she got married and divorced, and she had a child from each marriage. So uh, she uh, anyway, there's my 2 grandsons. My granddaughter doesn't live around here. She lives in another town. We don't see or hear from her very much. Sometimes I hear from her on Facebook, but not very much. But my oldest grandson is 31, and he works there at Domino's too, and he likes it there. My youngest grandson doesn't really particularly care for Domino's, but it's a place to work, and he's just not particularly fond of the place. And but the two of them, if you didn't know they were brothers, you'd never figure it out. They don't look alike. There's 9 years difference in their ages. They have different fathers. They have different last names. Um, my oldest grandson is about 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", somewhere there. He's not very tall. He's stocky and he's muscular, but he's just not very tall. My youngest grandson, on the other hand, is 6'2". He's big, big guy. They don't look anything alike. Look nothing alike. So, if you didn't know that those two were brothers, you would never, ever guess it. They just don't look anything at all alike. So, but let's see, today, I called my youngest grandson, and I asked him, I said, because I bought some Pepsi the other day, and I haven't drank pop for a very long time, several months, and I was having a bad reaction to it. I bought like 4 bottles of it, and yesterday I started drinking it, and man, I did not have a good reaction to it, not at all. And so I called my youngest grandson this morning. I said, "You want that Pepsi I bought yesterday?" He said, "Yeah, sure, I'll take it." I said, "I'm just not having a good reaction to it. I'm just not." And I said, "I'll bring it over to you." I said, "Would you like to go someplace for lunch?" And he said, "Yeah, okay, I'll go to lunch." He said, "How about 2 o'clock?" And I said, "Well, that suits me just fine." And my heart medicine puts me to sleep. So I woke up about 2:30. I called him and I said, "I'm sorry, I overslept." And he said, "Okay, it's fine with me, I don't care." So anyway, I went over and picked him up. And then I told him, I said, "You know, the indoor pool is going to be opening soon. Um, they closed it. Oh, it's been over a year ago, I think. The ceiling caved in on it. I don't quite know what happened, but the ceiling caved in, and I guess it took them this long to get it fixed. And but anyway, they're having a grand reopening, blah blah blah, whatever. So I told him, I said, "You want to go swimming with me?" And he said, "Sure, I'll go swimming with you." So we went over to Walmart because he needs swim trunks and I need a new swimsuit. And they don't have their swimsuits in yet. So screw that. We can't do that right now. So I guess once Walmart gets in there, which I assume is going to be very soon, then we can get our swimming gear and we can go swimming then. I used to swim every day. Every day I would go swimming. And then they closed the pool. They closed the pool on campus, although I didn't have a pass for the pool on campus. The University of Central Missouri is here in my town. And they closed. They did have like 2, yeah, they had 2 indoor pools, and one of them was really, really old, and I guess it wasn't worth repairing. And so they turned it into a storage, the swimming pool. They turned it into storage for the landscaping department. They were storing their chemicals or something in that pool. I'm not real sure. I've heard stories. I don't really know what they did with it. I was really upset when they closed that pool because I really loved that. It was an old pool, but it was beautiful, and it was well made, and it was my all-time favorite pool. I really, really enjoyed that pool. But I guess it was really, really old too. So I guess it just wasn't worth repairing. So they just turned it over to the landscaping department. And the campus is beautiful. Most beautiful campus I've ever seen. It is just gorgeous. So anyway, that's it. So anyway, we're going to be going back to the pool. So with the dumpster diving and the swimming, I should start feeling much better, I would think. And so I'm kind of excited about it. And let's see, what else is going on? I'm still making pillows for the church. I'm running out of fiber fill, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I could order some more, or go to Walmart and buy it. I think they have it there at Walmart. And then a lady, I have a sewing group, an online sewing group, and a lady there said, well, if you've got some leftover batting, quilt the pillows, and that'll cut down on the amount of fiber fill that you need to fill those pillows. And I thought, that's a smart idea. I hadn't thought of that. So I did that with one of them, and asked my sister, I said, is that hard to sew together? And she said, I haven't started working on that one yet, so I can't tell you. So I'm kind of waiting for her to get around to sewing that one together and telling me, because I can't do handwork. I can't do it anymore. My hands are just, I don't have a lot of arthritis in my hands, but I got a little bit. And I'm almost blind in my right eye. Supposedly that's going to be fixed in February. I've got an appointment with the eye doctor to get my cataract lenses cleaned. I had cataract surgery about 7 or 8 years ago. Nobody told me I was supposed to get them cleaned. They didn't tell me. I didn't know it until I went to have my eyes checked this last time, and I couldn't see to read anything. She gave me the card, and she said, cover your right eye and read this. So I did. Cover your left eye and read this, and I couldn't see it. And then she projected it up on the wall. I couldn't see that either. And so then I had to have an appointment with a specialist. And he kept, how they've got that thing that you look into it and all that, and he kept pulling that thing down and pulling that thing down. And he kept hitting my leg with it. And I said, will you stop that? I said, you're hitting my leg and that hurts. And he said, oh, I didn't realize. He said, I was just trying to pull it down to level with your eyes. And I said, well, then I'm just going to have to, stretch up a little bit, because you're not going to hit my leg again. That's just all there is to it. You're not going to do that. So, I hope he learned a lesson. Take a look. Are you hitting your patient with that thing you're supposed to be pulling down to so they can see what it is you want them to look at, or whether you want to look in their eye or whatever, because I think that's what he did. I think that was the machine that he looked inside my eyes with. And or the tool, I guess I should say. It wasn't really, I don't know if it was a machine or what it was. He was trying to see inside my eyes and see my cataract lens that I have in there, because what they do, if you've never had cataract surgery, what they do is they take the natural lens out, because it's fading out. It's not, it's not doing you any good. And so they take that out, and then they put in an artificial lens. And when they did that, they did my left eye first. Well, I've been nearsighted since I was a child. My field of vision is here. Has been since I was a kid. And so then I had that surgery, had it in my left eye, so then my field of vision was like this. And I told the doctor, the eye doctor, I said, I can't do this. I said, I just feel like I'm off balance. I said, you're going to have to do the other eye, because I just can't continue with this. Because when your field of vision is like this, something's not right. And so my cousin, she had only one eye done, and she wears a contact in the eye that they didn't do. But they didn't. I already wear glasses, and I've been wearing glasses since I was a child. And I had a new prescription one time, and this young girl decided she was going to teach me how to use bifocals. Well, I got my first pair of bifocals when I was like 10 years old. I know how to use bifocals. And she was trying to teach me how to use bifocals, and I said, do you realize that I've been wearing bifocals longer than you've been on this earth? I said, I know how to wear bifocals. I know how to use them. Okay. This is getting to be quite a while here. Anyway, I am going to end this video now because it's getting to be quite long. I think it's like 18 minutes. And I'm sure you're bored to death with this. But thank you for washing dishes with me. And I'm going to be finishing up the dishes and cleaning up the kitchen. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye. I dry my hands first and shut it off.